Hi everyone, you're watching Auriculate's weekly news and today's clinical case goes like this. A 34-year-old lady presented to the medical unit with complaints of fever, headache and mild disorientation. Bright light made her extremely uncomfortable. She also had a rash and on examination there is stiffness of neck. So what is the next line of management? So think about it, I'll tell you the answer at the end of the video. And so the hot topic running in every medical college and the matter of discussion among all the medicos is the new MBBS curriculum. So the NMC has issued guidelines stating that the academic year for 2022 to 2023 batch commences from 15th of November 2022 and the major changes include ENT and ophthalmology being included in the final year, which will be for a period of 1.5 years, and in third year you will have only 2 subjects, that is SPM and forensic. And also the supply exams should be conducted within a gap of 1 month of regular exams and the results to be declared within 15 days. So there shall be no supplementary batch. So these are quite noticeable changes and let's hope the upcoming medicos cope with this change. Odisha state tentative schedule for round 1 has been released. Haryana round 1 PG counselling 2022 schedule has been given out. The Karnataka PGET schedule is also out. The first round allotment result is given today and the submission of the admission letters is from 17th through 18th of October and the last date for reporting is on 19th of October. In Gujarat, the academic year for PG medical courses will begin from 20th of October. Jharkhand Combined Entrance Competitive Examinations Board Ranchi releases provisional seat allotment list for admission to state quota for PG medical courses. The provisional allotment result of round 1 of Tripura State NEET PG 2022 counselling has been published. A notice released in Bihar states that the seat allotment result for round 1 of PG MAC 2022 that has been uploaded on 8th of October has been withdrawn due to some technical errors. So it has been decided to reopen the choice filling again and publish a fresh result for round 1. Now after Bihar, West Bengal has also cancelled the first round allotment, which is a big breaking, and it's really shocking the counsellings being delayed. Assam second round of counselling schedule has been given out. Rajasthan second round of allotment notification has been released. The links for all the counselling updates are provided in the description. You can check out the details there. COVID-19 vaccine may protect pregnant women against SARS-CoV placentitis and stillbirths. The harmful changes induced to the placenta by the virus may render it incapable of providing oxygen to the fetus, leading to stillbirths and neonatal deaths. So researchers concluded that the vaccine not only protects the pregnant women but also is life-saving for their unborn children. Researchers report the first RT-PCR for simultaneous detection and discrimination of SARS-CoV-2 Omicron subvariants. And also, an observational study explores the real-world efficacy of oral antivirals against SARS-CoV-2 Omicron variants. Researchers at the University of Seville published the result of first successful test of a new First Clean technology which enables preventive cleaning of catheters and valves in patients with hydrocephalus. This prevents obstruction and other complications in patients with hydrocephalus with implanted shunts. High Court inquires the Telangana state about the in-service quota rules. The Telangana High Court has asked the state government if the doctors employed in TVVP and Insurance Medical Services Department were eligible for in-service reservation to get admitted into PG medical courses. 1 medical university and 16 medical and nursing colleges to come up in Haryana to have 3,035 MBBS seats by year 2025. A new bandage treatment, scaffold, may revolutionize the treatment of diabetic foot ulcer. As you all know, diabetes is one of the top 10 causes of deaths worldwide, and among complications, diabetic foot ulcer affects approximately 25% of the diabetic patients. A new bandage treatment has been designed by the researchers at Queen's University Belfast, which is cost-effective for the treatment of diabetic foot ulcer while improving the patient's outcomes. This is known as scaffold and it is produced by 3D bioprinting. The frame has an antibiotic which helps in killing the bacteria and a glass that is produced by collagen or sodium alginate which contains a growth factor that helps to encourage the cell growth. And the scaffold releases the antibiotic slowly over a 4-week period for better healing of the ulcer. The previous seat matrix that has been released by MCC had many faults, as even though some candidates had opted for upgradation, their seats were shown under the clear vacancy list. So MCC has pulled a new notice with removal of few seats and addition of few seats. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will launch the medical education in Hindi in Madhya Pradesh by releasing the translated first year MBBS books in Bhopal on October 16th. This is the first time in the country that MBBS will be taught in Hindi, says the Chief Minister. He also added that this will change the perception that medical and engineering courses can be taught only in English. And coming back to today's clinical case, a patient with fever, headache, mild disorientation and stiffness of neck is suggestive of meningitis. So the next line of management would be to do a CSF analysis by doing a lumbar puncture at the level of L3 and L4, and say in this patient the CSF analysis shows the appearance being turbid and protein level is elevated, the glucose levels are decreased to less than 40 mg per deciliter, the WBC count is raised with predominance of neutrophils. This is highly suggestive of bacterial meningitis, and also there is a positive gram strain in this patient. And the classic triad of meningitis is fever, headache and neck stiffness. And two most important signs in a case of meningitis are, one is Kernig sign and another one is Brudzinski sign. Kernig sign is the patient is placed in supine position and both hip and knee are flexed to 90 degrees. Now the examiner tries to extend the knee when the patient feels pain or there is resistance to this extension. The second sign is Brudzinski's sign. Here the patient is placed in supine position and the examiner tries to flex the neck when there is flexion of both hip and knee. So we often tend to forget these signs. So how do you remember? Kernig sign, K-E-R-N-I-G. So K for knee, E for extension, R for resistance and N for flexion to 90 degrees. So when you flex hip and knee to 90 degrees and when you try to extend the knee, then you will feel the resistance. How do you remember Brudzinski's sign? B for bend. You bend the neck and there is flexion of both hip and knee. So that's it for today guys. We'll see you on next Saturday again. Please like, share and subscribe to Auricle, and for more interesting updates you can follow us on Instagram and Telegram. This is Dr. Shreya signing off.